My name is Mark, and I'm from Harlem, New York City, the black mecca of the world. Harlem represents everything good about black people. It also recognizes some of our shortcomings. Well, Harlem is a place in my heart. It's the place that I grew up in. It's the place where my father grew up in. When I walk down Harlem Street, when I'm on 125th Street, I'm at home. I'm at peace. There were people who, from the 1930s, came to Harlem. There were people who came from the Caribbean. There were people who came from the South. And when they landed in Harlem, they had an opportunity to experience what we know as the Harlem Renaissance. So whether you come from Johannesburg, or whether you come from Ghana, or whether you come from the Middle East, Harlem is a place that welcomes you. And no matter where I go in this world and whatnot, I will always, always, always return home to Harlem, because Harlem is my home.
Holy, holy is our God. Holy, holy, holy is our God. Reaping the harvest God promised me. Take back what the devil stole from me. I rejoice today. I shall recover it all. Here's Mark. Okay. Maybe she took their butt to let us see.
Okay, Mom, I'll talk to you later.
That's it. That's what
I am indebted to both my parents, and when they have been strong figures in my life. My father gave me a sense of history. I remember growing up, and around Christmas time, there was a black bank called Carver Savings Bank, and each year they would put out a calendar, a Black History calendar. And my father used to drill us, and we had to know that information. So we had to know who Benjamin Banneker was. We had to know who Marcus Garvey was. We had to know who Malcolm X was. We had to know who Shirley Chisholm was, Martin Luther King.
The omniscient God, who is the creator of everything, asks him a question. Preacher, can these bones live?
My fight is dealing with discrimination. My fight is dealing with unequal justice. And there's a lot of black folks out here that don't have any consciousness. And when just because they, think that they can eat in certain restaurants and go certain places, that they think that discrimination is not an issue. But sometimes they have to find out the hard way. And sometimes they find that out when they are dating the white counterpart, because you could be having an argument with your white woman, and the police rolls up and they're ready to beat your head upside the wall. And many white women had to jump in front of their man and say to the police officer, "Leave him alone. He's my husband. He's my boyfriend. He's my lover," and whatnot. But the only thing the police officer sees is that this black man arguing with a white woman. And so therefore they're ready to take actions. What you want to do is you want to get into the habit of spending, if you're going to spend your money wisely. Okay? Sometimes we spend the money quicker than the money comes in. And that's not a good thing. That's a recipe for disaster. How many of you guys like to shop? We have people that are here from places like Trinidad, and we have people that are here from places like Santo Domingo. And sometimes these people, unfortunately, from the Caribbean, they don't consider themselves as black. Well, they might not be black Americans, but they are still subject to the same rule of thumb as the so-called African Americans. People should be able to come together regardless of their skin tones. Who's that?
I don't know. It was different.
Oh, okay.
It's you.
That's cousin Shirley. That's you. That's Grandma. See you? There go you and Daddy. When I describe being black, it's a combination of things. It's your skin color, it's your mentality, it's your way of life, it's your culture. It doesn't make a difference whether you're a Baptist, whether you're a Seventh-day Adventist, whether you're a Muslim, whether you come from Trinidad, whether or not you come from Santo Domingo. The bottom line is the color of your skin. I am most aware of my skin color when I wake up in the morning and I go into the bathroom and I look into that mirror and I say, you know what? That's a hardworking, striving black man who's trying to do something useful with his time, and he's trying to enlighten those around him. And so therefore, I think that I'm very much aware of my blackness, especially at times when I'm walking into a place like Columbia University Law School, and I looked around and there was only one other person who looked like me. So I became very aware, okay, Mark, and whatnot. But you know what? At the same time, and whatnot, you can't let that distract you. Black means to me is the ultimate adjective used to describe we as a race and we as a people. The truth of the matter is, and I can't help but try to paraphrase Malcolm X, is long before the Mayflower we were black. Before there was a United States we were black. So here I stand before you, what I am and what I always will be, a black man.